Hello, people on YouTube. Yes, this is on YouTube only. So if you're watching me on Facebook, sadly, you won't see this one. I'm going to talk a little bit about what it is to play by ear. So I am a registered blind music teacher and songwriter, performer. If you haven't come across me before, hello and welcome. So I was born registered blind, so that gets that question out the way. I get so many people really tentatively going, can you see? No, I can't. So this is one of the main reasons. So playing by ear for me is a lot faster than trying to access music that is in the public domain really quickly. I have to say that I started learning and listening and picking things up by ear from being very tiny. However, for those of you that seem to be a slave to a music stand and music, I want to explain that with tiny steps, you can ditch them with some songs, perhaps. And your confidence can grow with the number of songs that you can listen to. So, for example, I'm going to use 2 songs to get you to kind of do this thing, okay? So the 2 examples that I'm going to bring to the table, because they only have 2 chords in them, are Jambalaya, Yeehaw on the bio, Hank Williams song, and Achy, Breaky Hearts, okay? So these particular songs only have 2 chords in them. And all we're going to do is look at the choruses, okay? So it's learning the difference between chord 1 in any key and chord 5. So when we talk about chord 1 and chord 5, if I'm in the key of G, for example, that's our 1. And we have 7 notes in the musical system. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we've got 8 different notes that we can have. Don't worry about the black key there. That's a bit more theory down the line. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I sing with the choir. I do a little exercise with notes 1 to 8. So do the Barron Knights, but we won't go there. So, okay, Jambalaya. So just the chorus, if we look at this, it starts on chord 1. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, fillet gumbo. Okay, you can hear in the words gumbo that's not the right chord anymore. And it changes. And it goes to chord 5. Now, chord 5 in the key of G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is D. Okay, so we're going to go to D major. So G major to D major, back to G. And it's a nice, stable chord progression. Here's chord 1, chord 5, chord 1, chord 5. Okay, so we're going to start with chord 1. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, fillet gumbo. No, I need to change. Gumbo. For tonight I'm going to see Mama Sharon Mio. I need to go back. Mio. Pick guitar, fill fruit jar and be... Need to change again. Gayo. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the... Change it again. Bio. Yeah. So, all you're doing is... So, if you were to play chord 1 through the whole thing, I'm going to do that. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, fillet gumbo. There's kind of a problem there. For tonight I'm going to see Mama Sharon Mio. Pick guitar, fill fruit jar and be gayo. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bio. Okay, it doesn't go with 1 chord, so you need to find out, listening, what sounds stop working. What are your ears expecting to hear when they hear that song? All right, Jambalaya, crawfish pie, fillet gumbo. Gumbo. On the word gumbo, so you're going to change. So think in your mind, gumbo, I need to change my chord. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, fillet gumbo. You're winning. For tonight I'm gonna see Mama Sharon me. Oh, we're gonna go back. Mio. Gumbo, Mio. So gumbo, Mio. Let's think about this. So gumbo. So Jambalaya, crawfish pie, we're on chord 1. Gumbo, we're going to chord 5. Well, now I'm gonna see Mama Sharon Mio. Back to chord 1. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, fillet gumbo. Changing to 5. For tonight I'm gonna see Mama Sharon. Going back to chord 1. Mio. Pick guitar, fill fruit jar and B. Oh, yeah, chord change. Gay. Oh, back to chord 5. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the... We're going to need to go back, aren't we? Bio. Okay, don't worry about the fact that that might not look like a D to some of you because there's an A in my right hand, but there is a D in my left hand, which is what's important. It's what the base of the chord is. So anyway, so that one there is your jambalaya. So slowly, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Jambal, G, chord G, like crawfish pie. Fairly change your chord to 5, which is D, gumbo. But tonight I'm gonna see my Sharon. Go back to chord 1, G. Big guitar, fill fruit jar, and big ale. Son of a... We're changing the D there. I'm going back to chord 1. Alright, now the other song is Achy, Breaky Heart. Now again, if you listen to the song in your mind, just let it go through your head. Oh, no, my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think he'd understand. Can you kind of hear in your mind that something happens to the music at that point? It's no longer where it was. So on the word stand, you're going to go from your chord 1 to your chord 5. Now, if you're in G again, now you can put Achy, Breaky Heart in the key of A, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So we're going to keep it in G for a moment. Don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think he'd understand. Now we're going to D. Stand, yeah? Well, if you tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart, it might blow up and kill this. Gotta go back again, man. Woo! So that's you going from chord 1 to chord 5 and back again. So you've got 2 songs where I urge you to put down your music. Put it down. Close your eyes. Play along with the track. Now, this is where we need to work out another key. If you've got a ukulele or you've got I've got a transpose button on my keyboard here. So I'm going to go, I know that I've got transpose. Right, now I'm in the key of A. This is going to mess with my brain because I've got decent relative pitch and I don't like using a transpose button. But now, if you're on a keyboard that has that transpose button, you need to go up 2. So when you're playing a G, it sounds like an A. Then you can play along with the record, okay? Which you can do. Don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think it. And change your chord to chord 5. No. I'm actually playing 7th chord there. Don't worry about that. If you tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart, it might blow up and kill this man. Okay, so I'm going to put my transpose back down by pressing those 2 together. Yeah, it's gone back. So if you're on a ukulele, you can go into capo 2 and use G and D. Or if you know how to play A and probably E7, because E on the ukulele, if you're a beginner, is not a nice chord, but E7 isn't too bad. So on the guitar, A to E is quite a nice progression. Yeah? So ditch your music. Just try it. Music's really important, and I'm not for 1 minute saying that you shouldn't use it, because you should. You absolutely should. But just to be able to go into a room with a group of people and jam and not worry about whether your music's there. And there are so many songs with 3 chords in them. Like I say, and even these 2 chord ones like Jambalaya, and there will, and Achy Breaky Heart, and there will be others as well. So let's get you, just putting your music stand away. Let's just get you closing your eyes, listening to a song or 2, these 2, picking up whatever instrument you've got and see if you can do it. Of course you can. You can. And it might not be overnight that you can do it. And you'll still think, oh, I should have changed there. But that's fine. It's a learning curve. It really is. So until my next video teaching you how on earth you're going to play something by ear, take care. Bye-bye all.